Traffic, Bob Marley on the way is Queen, AC/DC, Boomtown Rats, Jam. Hey up.
Hey up, how are you doing?
Just listening to a bit of a Radio 4.
Radio 4?
Yeah, well we're at Lancaster University, which is known for, like every university, education, but it's also known for more than that. It's known for having one of the smallest venues to have some of the biggest bands around the world when they were up and coming, or when they were actually famous.
Yes.
And that's just around there, so we're going to see that. And then there's also one of the first radio stations in the UK hiding around here, so we're going to show you that as well. So if we walk around here, let's go to the Great Hall.
I've heard about the Great Hall. I've read about what bands have played there.
Yeah.
And
I'll
so
show you where it is.
I've never seen it before, so let's go and I'll follow you.
So we're now at the Great Hall in Lancaster, the Great Hall complex. Now between 69 and 85, lots of bands from around the world played here. The band that I know of, Queen played here, which is absolutely massive. The Jam.
I don't know, did the Jam play here?
The Jam did play here.
I know Dr. Feelgood did.
Dr. Feelgood played here. And there's a book out called Rock Goes to College, which it's on Amazon, you can find it anywhere. Because for a place like this, it's not a massive venue. For the bands that it attracted in a 15-year period is absolutely amazing, and people from all around the UK travel to see the bands in the Great Hall in Lancaster. Now if you go into town and you talk to people in the 50s, they have great memories of all the nights and wish we could do stuff like this again in here. It's great to have big bands in here again.
Yeah.
But we'll go inside because there's a bit more information in there.
Yeah.
I think this in the Banshees.
I don't know. I know Squeeze played
Human
there.
League.
Yeah.
So, but there is a bit in here, so we're going to have a look.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. You've forgotten the all-time greatest musician of all time played here when he first formed the band Wings. Anyway, who was that?
Oh, yeah. So
yeah, and he charged
so
apparently he charged 50p to get it in.
Just think, Freddie Mercury's been in front of here.
Yeah. And the all-time greatest musician I was
Bruce
just on about.
Foxton,
Yeah.
Paul Weller.
Yeah.
And Macca.
Oh, you just spoiled it. That's who I was going to... Paul McCartney's been in there. And apparently they tried to stay at the Midland Hotel in Morecambe. But all the history's online. And we're going in.
There you go. There's a little display. There's the ticket for Japan, told you. Human League.
Human League.
New Order. Tina Turner. Elvis Costello.
U2.
Echo and the Bunnymen. Tenders. John Cooper Clarke. John Trent. Billy Connolly. Steel. Oh, I love seeing that. Steel Puff. Oh, the Stranglers as well. Look.
Stranglers.
Blondie.
This is brilliant. Added to the Jam.
Look, it's got. There you go, it's got the timeline here. So it goes Traffic, Bob Marley and the Wailers. So we're coming from Traffic, Bob Marley and the Wailers, Queen, AC/DC, Boomtown Rats, Jam, Steel Pulse, Blondie, Stranglers, Billy Connolly, Van Morrison, Jonas and Trainer, Trading, Tenders, Elvis Costello, Echo and the Bunnymen, Season of the Banshees, U2, Tears for Fears, Tina Turner, and they finished on New Order. So actually there's a display in here actually.
So you can see, look, if you just pause the video. There's the history. Look at it, look at it. Look at flight cases. Oh, I bet that takes some work, doesn't it?
Break the back that.
Look, Erodi, is it Erodi? Who's that? Scorpions?
Scorpions, 1980.
Oh, Traffic played here.
No, actually the cameraman's getting this book for Christmas for you, he doesn't know yet.
And guess what?
Oh.
There it is.
There it is.
Wow, there you go.
Should we go and have a look at the Great Hall?
So we're actually going to go in there now. Yeah. Wow, let's go on. Oh yeah, Queen, look. 16th of November 1973. And the 9th of November before I was born, before you were born as well.
Yeah.
Rock Pile played here. Nick Lowe. Rory Gallagher. The Who. Is there a band on? There's a lot of people in it.
No, it's
right.
a student housing, what do you call it? Student housing thing to find out where you're going to live next year. So we're actually quite lucky that the room's open. Usually it's closed. Sometimes it's got exams in it. So it's a great. Oh, look at that.
Let's have a look. Check it out. That's the stage there. Then that's where all the bands played. All original. It's all original inside the roofing. Ah, look at that.
Blondie's been there.
I think Mac has been on. Paul McCartney.
Macca.
Did Tom Jones? No, I'm not doing the Tom Jones joke.
Yeah.
Did Tom
Macca.
Jones ever play
I
here?
still want to know who's Charlie Moon.
Sea Moon.
Sea Moon. Who is Charlie
I
Moon?
don't know. Yeah, look at that. The famous stage.
I think it's time for a coffee, I reckon.
Yeah, coffee time. Right. There you go. Oh, thank you for bringing us in and having a look. Yeah, we're going to go and get this coffee. I like all the brick wall type design. That's for panelling, look. It's good, isn't it? So where are we going? I wonder where loading is. Where all the band's loaded in.
The loading's at the side down there, be dressing room. The dressing room would be down there.
Right.
There's a little room at the bottom.
So there's no bands on at all now.
Lancaster actually uses it.
Lancaster.
We haven't got any like rock bands or anything like that.
I think.
Which is a shame.
I think if you go on YouTube, if you look for it, someone's done a video about Paul McCartney coming here, and it's an interesting one to find. I'll have to try and find a link for it. Right, coffee time.
Oh wow, yeah.
Here we go.
So it's chocolate, orange hot chocolate.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
Look at that. Right. Has he got Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that looks the business, that. Will warm us up on a cold November day. Oh, cheers.
Right, this is the bit when I get all nerdy and radio-y and stuff like that. But radio nerdy and radio-y. That's what's going to happen now. And this is quite an interesting radio station. This is the radio station for Lancaster University. It actually says up there it's on 87.7. Now it used to be, it's actually on 95.3. Now Ofcom made them change it because they wanted 87.7 nationally, free for like special events licenses. Now since they've changed it, Bailrigg FM doesn't get out as well as it used to. On 95.3 it doesn't even hit Scotford very well. It just generally keeps on the campus. It's only 2 watts of power. But when it was on 87.7, it was nearly getting into the city centre. Now a girl did tell me they were thinking of asking for a power increase. Hopefully they do get one. That would be really good, because it'd be nice to connect the city of Lancaster, which is about 2 miles from here, isn't it?
I think so.
About 2 miles to the university more. Now the history of this is quite good. We have to rewind back to 1960s, because as it says, what do you call it? Your student sound since 1969. So short story for everyone that's not a radio fanatic like a few of us are in this channel. So in the 1960s, we only had the BBC broadcasting to the UK, and they didn't broadcast stuff that a lot of people wanted. They broadcasted light music, classical music, current affairs, recipes for granny, a bit of religious programmes, bit of cricket. A lot of that's all right, but they weren't playing any pop music. And America had pop music commercial radio stations since the 1950s, listening to Elvis and Great Balls of Fire. Who was the one that did Great Balls of Fire?
I can't think.
It wasn't Bill Haley, was it?
No, he was the. I can't think. It was the piano player, wasn't
and
he? I can't think. It's on the tip of my... Yeah.
So in the 1960s, entrepreneurs, got boats and put them in the sea and started broadcasting music to the UK. As we know, the first one was Radio Caroline. In 67, the government made that illegal and started the blasting Radio 1 in 67. And they must have at that time as well promised commercial radio stations so businessmen could get involved and stuff. But that actually didn't start till 73. So one of the first commercial stations was LBC. And you'll know that name because LBC is still about. You know, it's got Nick Ferrari on going, is that right, secure? So that's still there. Other names, did Piccadilly Radio and City, Radio City start in 73? Might have done. Piccadilly Radio and City might have been 73 as well. But those names have long gone. They've been chewed up by Hits Radio. LBC is one of the oldest commercial radio station names we've got. But before that happened, obviously, education saw that there was lots more jobs in radio and stuff like that. So 2 universities basically applied for radio licenses on medium wave. We didn't use FM then because not everyone had FM. Radios. So it was here in York. Now Lancaster University basically opened in 68, and they eventually got the license in 69, but one of the students got very, very bored. So in 1968, this radio station, Bailrigg, was actually a pirate radio station. So a student just got fed up of waiting and did it as a pirate radio station. Obviously it didn't inflect into the university because they got the license in 69, but I'm sure the student that did it got a right rapping on the knuckles if they found him. Well, yeah, obviously they did find him, but he must have got a rapping on the knuckles for that, definitely. So yeah, so this is one of the oldest radio stations in the UK apart from the BBC, and it's got an interesting setup we got an interesting setup in the 60s. Instead of having a straight aerial that beams all over the place, they made them do medium wave loops. So all these buildings you see around here, these are 1960s, so they'd be built between 65 and 68. So they've all got loops in them for medium wave, where Bailrigg radio actually broadcast. And I think the loop system actually keeps the actual broadcast within the loop, so outside areas don't get it. So the government at the time was still being very protective of who actually received the signals. So no one in Lancaster would have received it apart from the blocks around here. Now it's on FM, it's got an FM signal, and it just broadcasts to the whole campus. And I'll show you its aerial because it's quite a good aerial, it is.
I got a pond here.
Yeah, there's usually loads of ducks on there, but they're not here.
There was one flying backwards. when it was windy the other day.
Yeah, it was cracking up.
That's there was a DJ on, Caroline said that joke. We had it on an LP.
Yeah.
We had it on an LP when we were kids growing up.
Yeah, we did.
What LP was it? It was a DJ. I can't remember his name now. Anyway, so where are we going to now?
We're gonna find the aerial of the radio station. So if I'm led to believe, it's somewhere on this building, maybe on this tower here. So that's where I'm led to believe. One of my mates told me it comes from this building.
So that's the transmitter.
That's the aerial.
Aerial.
So the transmitter will be in this building somewhere. It's in the studio. So yes, it's yeah, so it'll be up there somewhere. But also, from here they broadcast the lectures, some of the lectures to the lecture theatres. The lecture theatres have got big screens. Actually, one's actually used as a cinema, and some of the lectures they actually broadcast from here to the lecture theatres from this building as well. And Lancaster at one point had a TV channel which is under the spa. If you look at the spa there, until very recently all the studios were still there. So it was probably called LU TV, Lancaster University TV, I should think. And the studios were there till very, very recently, until we had a big flood and it knocked it out. But that's not been going for so many years. Nobody knows how long the FM frequency will last now, because students basically listen on smart speakers and stuff like that. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll last a lot longer. But you never know. It was in the pandemic, they did nearly knock it off, but they did save it, because it probably cost about £2,000 a year to keep it on FM, I should think, only at 2 watts. Let's hope we keep it. There you go. Hope you enjoyed our video today. There's a bit of Bailrigg FM for you.
And that's coming from over there.
Right,
From
studio's there. Transmitter somewhere there. So yes, thanks for watching our video today. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. That's brilliant, because the channel is now slowly getting up to 2,000 subscribers. It's great, and I love the comments. If we get anything wrong, make sure you comment and be a keyboard warrior and tell me I've got things wrong. I do a bit of keyboard warrior at times. Thanks everyone. Until next time.
Oh, it's cold. It's cold.